Can you believe we're starting a video by doing a quest? This quest, The Deadliest Catch, unlocks deposit boxes through Galenor, and depositing a raw shark that we fish in Tiranon is a requirement for the medium Tiranon task set. And we want to get the Tiranon Quiver 2, so we can quickly get the Tiranon Quiver 3 once we get 88 summoning, since we have all of those tasks completed as well. We want the Tiranon Quiver 3 specifically because it has some useful teleports, one of which is to the mushroom patch west of the lodestone. This way we don't have to go through the dense forest to get there. Anyway, on screen we see our stats where we're starting today. Compare it, if you wish, to the previous video, because I'm not going to talk about them because I can never remember where I ended, and where I began, and where I'm going, and where I've been. The Tiranon Quiver 2 makes it so we no longer fail tripwires, so we'll never get poisoned by the crossbows when we're walking through the forest. We unlock 2 new teleports, unlimited teleports, to the Poison Waste Slayer dungeon if we want to kill warp tortoises, and to the Tyrus camp, which can be useful for clue scrolls, specifically elite clue scans in Tiranon. And finally, at all times, we have access to the mushroom patch west of the Tyrus camp. We have access to claiming 30 swamp tar per day from the Letia General Store. Ground walls no longer require bait. We have a chance of not using charges on a crystal bow, and we do some more damage to shadow creatures in Prifddinas. 94 magic, killing Vyres. We now have access to Ice Barrage. It's time to go PKing. Not really. I got a new book I wanted to read, so I decided to do some AFKing. I bought myself 1800 Bainite Stone Spirits, and got to work mining a bunch of Bainite in the Glacier Dungeon Caves, which you can get to very easily after you do Ritual of the Majorat via the Fairy Rings. And since we have a Grace of the Elves, we don't have to worry about banking. We just fill up the Grace of the Elves with a bunch of porters, and we AFK as long as we want. Since we're using a perfect Juju mining potion and Stone Spirits, every time we get an ore, that is, every time we use a Stone Spirit, not only do we get 2 ore, but we also refill our stamina bar. And because I was doing this during combat week, yes, this is an old clip, I had boosted strength, which meant basically I was mining fast enough that I never ran out of stamina. We used up about 1,000 Stone Spirits so far, and we got 90 mining, which means we can now create the Pickaxe of Earthen Song, assuming we have an Amcando pickaxe, which we do, and a Crystal pickaxe, which we just made. We have to buy a Blast Fusion Hammer for 1 million coins from the foreman in the Blast Furnace. And then you have to act like an idiot and come to the place where you would smelt a dragon plate body, because for some reason you think that this is where you have to fuse the pickaxes, even though you don't even have the forge active, so what the hell would that do? Then you realize your mistake and go to a furnace, and once again realize, oh no, you're supposed to go to an anvil. So you find an anvil, and oops, you don't have 90 smithing. So you can't make the pickaxe. You return 15 minutes later, having gotten a boost from a pulse core in Lumbridge, and finally, you can make the Augmented Pickaxe of Earthen Song. After many hours of mining, the book was good, by the way, we now have 4,352 Bainite ore. Now, we only had 1,800 Stone Spirits, so you may be wondering, why do you have so much more ore than double the Stone Spirits? Well, you see, when you're under the effects of the Juju Mining Potion, you have a 10% chance of finding Stone Spirits. So you end up having a slightly increased amount of Stone Spirits than you go in with, and then that 10% can also proc another 10%, which can proc another 10%, which can proc another 10%, yeah. So the 1,800, which becomes 3,600, or ends up increasing by something like 11.1 repeating percent. So you have 3,600, 10% of that, so that's 3,960 plus another 10% of the 10% brings it ends up averaging out to being more. But I think we did get a little lucky with the extra ore we have here. I don't think it should have been 4,352. It should have been a little bit less than that. And we also got 13 metamorphic geodes. So we're going to open these up and see what we get. Trisk Piece, not bad. Some reputation in Godward's Dungeon too, that's not too bad. Stone Spirits kind of sucks. An effigy, that's neat. Hydrix Bolt Tips, those probably sell for about 1 mil. Some concentrated alloy bars, okay. Alright. More stone spirits. Oh, yeah. Another Trisk piece. Ooh, a 1 million coin. We can out that. An onyx. It's about 3.5 mil. Let's put those stones away. More alloy bars. Only 3 this time. That's a shame. An enriched alloy bar. It's worth a little bit more. And a dragon claw, which is a weird... I would never expect to get a dragon claw from a rock. So it's about 5.1 mil from what we get from the geodes. Most of that is from the onyx. But there's also the 1 mil coin that we can now. 6 mil. It's not too bad. We can boost with the garden pie to open this effigy using farming. And then we can not boost again because we don't have a high enough fire making or cooking. So we're going to leave this effigy in the bank until a future date. We could have somebody assist with the level, but I like having it in the bank as sort of a goal we can work toward. Before we start smithing, we want to unlock Seren Prayers. And to do that, we need to complete The Light Within. Firemaker's Curse is a recommended quest for full completion of The Light Within. So we're going to do this quest first, get it out of the way. It's a much longer quest than I remember, actually, but it was easy enough. Fate of the Gods is up next. It is the quest where you help reform the body of Zaros himself. Hi. This quest gives a pretty good amount of XP, plus a bunch of post-quest rewards, assuming you have other quests completed, which we do. Let's go get those lamps. Oh, we also got 94 Slayer from completing this quest, so we can now get PK'd while trying to complete a Slayer task. Sounds like fun. We also got 95 Magic. And 83 Magic, but it's kinda hard to be excited about that. If we go to Dr. Nabanik, aka Azanadra, at the temple at Sintistan at the dig site, he will give us an XP lamp worth 75,000 XP that we can use 3 times in any combat skill we wish, excluding summoning and prayer. We used it twice in defense and once in attack. And we got an attack level. Ali the Wise, aka Waisatiel, will give us a large prismatic lamp which we used on Herblore. Finally, we can take the Elder Artifact, the Measure, to 4 locations in Gaelenor. It will summon an Elder Chronicle, which we can collect and gain 50,000 divination experience each time. The first one is on Entrana. The second is near the Oracle on top of Ice Mountain. The third is atop the Karamja Volcano, just outside the Zar City entrance. And the fourth is in this location. I have no idea why it's significant, but this is where you can get 50,000 divination experience, so we came here and did the thing we had to do to get the experience. The Light Within, not to be confused with a previous quest, Within the Light, is the quest where we remake Seren, who exploded herself instead of leaving Gaelenor because she didn't want to stay away from her elves. Don't you hate it when you reform the corporeal essence of a god, and then she just flops on the ground like a fish? It's okay though, we fixed her, we turned her off and on again, and now she's fine. And we get a bunch of XP. But most importantly, access to Seren spells and Seren prayers, which means we have access to Superheat Form. Superheat Form does many things. Specifically, right now, it increases the smelting time of bars by about 1 tick, I believe it is. So it turns 60 bars being made in 144 seconds into 60 bars being made in about 108 seconds. Of course, if I had a higher smelting level, I would be able to smelt Bane even faster, and the maximum speed would be 60 bars in about 78 seconds, because the maximum smelting speed with Superheat Form is 1.2 seconds per bar, or 2 ticks per bar, so it would be 120 ticks for 60 bars, which ends up being about 72 seconds. As you level smithing, you get access to new perks that make smithing specific metals faster or easier, such as faster heating, or starting with max heat, or smelting bars faster. You can boost to get these bonuses. If we complete the God Emissary tasks, we get access to the God Emissary Beacon. It's a staff sort of a thing. And if we complete all the tasks, we'll have access to, all these things, access to a once a day 30-minute plus 5 agility boost, +2 skill boost and a combat boost. The +2 skill boost we can use on smithing to make smithing faster. So I made 5 sets of Bane Armor +3. Let me explain why. Going from bars to +3 is the same XP as going from +3 to +4, but it takes a long time to go from bars to +3. So instead of wasting that time during double XP, I figure I'd get 5 sets to +3, then turn them into +4 during double XP weekend, and then turn all of those sets into burial armor and get rid of them. Yes, it's opportunity cost that I'm losing out on. It does cost some money. But it should be enough XP during double XP weekend to get me to at least the 90 smithing. Honestly, I should have done this a while ago, but I didn't. I have a ton of beans. So many beans. I'm full of beans. So I'm going to use my beans to buy a bunch of Master Farmer fragment packs. It's 2k for one outfit piece, basically. I need about 10 or 11 more outfit pieces to have the full set. That's 22,000 beans. That's not a lot. So I'm just gonna eat the cost and get them. I think it'll definitely be worth it since farmer fragment pieces are hard to come by. So we can make the remaining 11 pieces. I'm not going to explain what this set does since it's got a ton of effects. If you're curious, go on the wiki to look it up. But most importantly, it increases crop yield, specifically herb yields. And you get a bit of a boost to bean prices, which is nice. It's not really what I'm going for, but I'll take the beans. I was close to 91 farming, so I went to the Ark Island, Tuile, and picked some berries until we got 91 farming, and now we can plant Fellstock. In preparation for double XP weekend, I did some Gnome Restaurant and got myself the full sous chef outfit. I also got 52 grand seed pods while doing this minigame, and they're worth over 40k each. I don't know why anyone would bother using them, but somebody paid over 70k for each one. It is very easy to get to the Grand Tree. Why the hell would you spend that much money just for a teleport? I don't get it, but I got the sous chef outfit and made almost 4 mil. We're back at temple trekking, collecting sharks, and leveling up our companions. We want to do this because from temple trekking, you get the construction outfit, which gives you a plus 6% boost to construction XP if you have the full outfit. Why wouldn't we want it, right? Getting it's not that hard. You just got to level up some people to a certain level. I think one of them has to get to level 85. Another one has to get to level 50. You need to get a total level amongst all of the companions to level 400 or something like that. Yeah, it'll probably take you a couple hours maybe. And you get a bunch of sharks from it, and you could sell them. Or you can cook them. I'm probably going to cook them during double XP weekend. So it's a good thing we got the sous chef outfit. And here's our full set of the constructor outfit. I should have kept track of how many sharks I got, but I'm pretty sure it was over 1,000. How the hell have we not done this quest yet? Well, we're doing it now. We did it. Carnelian Rising is a quest we need to do Hearts of Stone, which is a quest we need to do another quest we want to do. This quest has one of my favorite tracks in the whole game in it. Carnelian Rising is the name of the track. You should go listen to it. It is lovely. Another track I like is Raksha's theme, but I like it for a different reason. After Carnelian Rising, you can hunt down Philippe, and he will give you an XP lamp depending on how many quest points you have. His first location is north of Ardoin in the combat training camp. His second location is just outside the mountain camp in the Fremennik province where you do the quest Mountain Daughter. Third is in the inn in Shiloh village. Fourth is in the inn in Port Phasmatis. Next up is an annoying location at the bottom of the Polyport dungeon near the Ramoki Skinweaver. And the last one we can claim for now, since we haven't done Swan Song yet, is in Old Axe Laboratory in Dorish Khan. Heart of Stone is the final quest in the Xenia questline, although she does come back later, and we will see her soon. It's an easy, if tedious quest, but it's a prerequisite, so we had to do it. The penultimate quest in the Void Knights questline is a Void Dance. The part in the Chemist Laboratory is annoying, but we conquered it and we finished the quest. The Void Stairs Back is the final quest in the Void Knights questline, where we kill the Pest Queen. This quest was once intimidating and difficult. Now it is trivial. It's kind of a shame, if I'm honest. Well, that's that then. Moving on. The Mighty Fall is the 4th quest in the Return of the Gods questline, and it is the one that answers the question of what the hell are Bandos' followers doing now that Bandos is dead? This is also the quest that introduced Zanek's horrifying model. But frankly, things that live in darkness tend to be ugly. Look at anglerfish. They're gross. The combat in this quest wasn't too difficult. I decided to spare Zanek, and I did not spare Yelps. Finally, the quest we've been building up to, Nomad's Elegy. Why do we want to do this quest? Well, one, because it's there, but also it rewards us the blueprint for the Urn Enhancer. Now this model for Zanek is really cute. Oh no. I understand what Jagex was trying to do with the combat portion of this quest. While I fight Nomad, all of my allies are busy combating the amalgamation of souls that's trying to destroy Galen or whatever. Quest, lore. But it's such an annoying gimmick that they try to put in all these quests where you play as a different character and you get these special abilities, but using them sucks. Like, look, I'm trying to attack the Capsarius, but I'm not attacking it. I'm clicking it. I click it and nothing it doesn't register. Just, if you're gonna do this, just give me a new action bar that I can use. Don't give me this awkward thing I have to click to use the shield and to do it. It sucks. I hate it. We killed Nomad. Surely he won't show up again in the future. Normally a skilling urn, after you fill it up, would reward you with 20% of the XP needed to fill it up, basically increasing your XP by 20%. The Urn Enhancer increases that bonus to 25%. So when you teleport an urn away, you get a little bit of extra XP. This comes at the cost of divine charges. It's not a lot of divine charges. I think it's about 20. It's definitely worth it. At the point of recording this clip, we have begun D&D week, which means that the Trapper will bring back 2 animals every time he brings back an animal. So we're going to get ourselves the Trapper and send him off. Rag and Bone Man. Quest completed. Fur and Seek. Quest complete. Rag and Bone Man wish list. Done and done. Fur and Seek wish list. We made a thing. It's not friendly. Let's kill it. It's dead. And now every week we can come back and fight it again and get an Elite Clue Scroll. And we can now teleport to the Odd Man whenever we want with a little spell in our spellbook. We have enough quest points to claim another die. Are we going to get a die from this die? Let's see. It is not, but it's a fortunate, and we could sell it for 1.1 mil. It's better than a trimmed piece of armor. So here's how we're looking for double XP weekend. As you can see, we have a lot of Herblore supplies that we're going to use to train Herblore, as one would expect. Bunch of super combat potions and a bunch of herbs to make extremes. Hopefully we'll get 96 by making those, and then we can make a bunch of overloads because I have over 1,000 Torstals. I'll probably have more Torstals than extreme potions, but we got enough Torstals anyway. I also have some Morchella mushrooms and some Felstock I've been farming. Gonna make some prayer renewals. I got Mycelia and super invention potions, so when we get 95 Herblore, we can make a bunch of extreme invention potions. Just get that out of the way. It won't be a lot of Herblore XP, but it's easy Herblore XP, and we want to have a bunch of extreme invention potions in our bank anyway. We also have the Bane Armor +3 that we made earlier in the episode that we're going to turn into Burial Armor. We should get to at least 90 smithing with that. We also have some Corrupted Ore Will Smelt, so if we don't get to 90 smithing, that'll definitely get us there. We have a Crystal Tinderbox, which we're going to level up to level 40, and hopefully get some faceted components when we disassemble it. That'd be nice. We get a ton of raw fish we want to cook. I don't know what level this is going to get us to, but maybe if we're lucky we'll get to level 90, and then we can boost and use that effigy. And finally we have some summoning supplies. I don't know what level this is going to get me to. I'm hoping 90 as well. At the very least 88, so we can finish the Terranin Diary tasks. But we can make about 2,000 Granite Lobsters and 700 Rune Minotaurs. We'll see where it gets us. The month reset. It's now May. Let's see what the Oyster gives us. We now have 92 farming, which means we can breed dragons. Let's go get some dragons. I bought 7 unchecked dragons. The first 6 were all males. I flipped 6 coins, and they were all heads. It's ridiculous. I should have if I were smart, bought a breeding pair in World 2 at the farm. But I figured, oh, I'll just buy 3 unchecked ones and that'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I want the Totem of Treasure because I want to do clue scrolls without feeling like I'm wasting time by not having the Totem of Treasure. Here's what I believe is the fastest method of getting totem pieces. Now, on the Anachronia course, you have a chance to get a totem piece whenever you finish a specific segment of the course. You don't roll to get the totem piece every obstacle, you get it every segment. The segment is the part of the course where you get a large chunk of XP. There are a total of 7 segments in the full course. If you can do the full course in about 7 minutes, that means you're getting 1 roll per minute, so you're getting 60 rolls every hour. As you can see, once you cross these routes, you get a larger XP drop than you would normally get from a regular obstacle. This means you've completed a segment. When you complete this segment, you roll on the totem drop table, and if you hit the right number, you get the totem piece. It's a 1 in 100 chance, so, you know, you're not guaranteed to get it after 100, but it's not super, super rare. However, when you come back and you finish it again by returning to base camp, you roll on it once more. I found if you have double surge and bladed dive and you're sweaty about it, you can go from base camp to the routes, cross them, and come back to base camp in about a minute. That means you're rolling twice per minute. You're rolling 120 times per hour. Now, my average lap time when running the entire course, or at least the fastest I've ever done it, was a little over 7 minutes. And that was being very, very sweaty. Usually it took me about 10 minutes. But basically, I couldn't get more than 60 rolls on this table per hour just by doing the actual course. But doing this here is the fastest way I found to roll on the totem drop table. You get 120 rolls per hour. More likely, you get about 100 per hour. Of course, if you want agility XP, you should just run the course. It won't be as fast as this method, but you'll be getting the agility XP you want. You get a lot of agility XP for completing the entire course. Also, I'm not sure if this is also the fastest method for getting the essential oils or for getting compacted resources. I don't know when those drop tables roll. I actually think those roll per obstacle, so this probably doesn't matter anyway. I've also heard some people say that this is the fastest way of getting codex pages. I don't know how true that is, since completing the entire course gets you 10, guaranteed, 11 if the Roar of Osseous is active, and since you get some codex pages while running the lap itself, you're probably going to get 500 codex pages within maybe 45 laps, each lap taking you about 10 minutes, 450 minutes, do the math yourself. I don't think this is the best method for codex pages, but I think it is the best method for totem pieces. So we're going to get the Totem of Treasure. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. And there it is, the Totem of Treasure middle piece. The other pieces come from easier tasks, such as searching rubble or finding Zygomites on the island. Much less RNG. The great thing about this totem is that it reduces all of your clue scrolls by 1 step. Great if you plan on doing clue scrolls, which I did. I did myself 26 easy clues. It took less than an hour, if you can believe it. Let's have a montage of opening all the clues. And here's the price check. Look at all these fortune components we got. 16 mil. 16 mil in under an hour. Easy clues are great. I kept some of the arrows and I kept the Guthix page as well. I put it in my book. All of the fortune components sold for around 1.1 mil. Not too bad. Made actually about 17.5 mil from all these clues. Well, this is a great way to end the video. I got the Hunter Pet. Huh. On that high note, we got double XP weekend coming up. So I'll see you all then. Thanks for watching. Take care.